Okay guys, so welcome to Pycoders Academy Python course. And in our previous two videos, we were looking at different projects covering the basics in Python. The basics were like the introduction to Python, the variables, then the data type, then the int, strings and print function, and as well as the input function. So in the first project, we did how to extract the username from our email account the user will type. Then the second project was to calculate the age, the exact age from the year born of the user. Then in this project, we will be creating a program to form an essay, and the essay will be myself essay. So it will be an essay about let's say myself, the user self. So we'll be asking for the user's input, like the user's name, the age, the hometown, the country, and many others. So we'll be accepting this input and using it to form an essay for the user. Okay, so let's get onto it. So first, let's look at the features that will be required in this program. So the features will be asking for the necessary inputs like the name, the hometown, the country, and so on and so forth. So the next one will be printing out available essays like essay type. So this essay type is myself. And then printing out the story in a very nice way. So okay. So first, you have to accept input from the user. So let's say we want first we want to accept the name input. So we store it in a variable name, full name. So we all know why the underscore is there, so no need. So full name equals input, then okay, then we say first name, first name, then colon. Okay, so first name will be printed out and we will accept, and let's accept now. Let's do it on the same line. I wanted to accept it on a new line, but let's do it on the same line. Okay, so we have accepted the first name. Let's do it full name because the variable was full name. So full name. So we are accepting the full name of the user and assigning it in the full name variable. Okay, so let's move on to the next input. I've already coded this program, so I will just paste the code so that we will save time. Okay, so let me clean this. So first we just accepted the full name input and assigned it in the variable. So we are doing the same here. We are just asking for a gender input, age input, hometown input, region, country, complexion, height, father's name, mother's name, number of siblings, city of residence, hobby, favorite food, and food you dislike. Okay, so we are all storing it in their respective variables. Then we will use it in our story. So this is the story. So we are printing something like a story here. Okay, so what will make, then they said okay, this is for the first part, asking for input. So this is for the first part, asking for input. So let me write something here. Sorry, asking for necessary inputs. Okay, so we are asking for the necessary input here. Then here will be print out available essay type. So here will be the myself. So the myself will start from here, myself. So shift, say something like here. So myself. So we are printing myself here. Then this is the actual story. So this is the printing out the story in a nice way. So story. It's supposed to be essay. Story. Let me change it. So here is supposed to be essay. Essay. Okay. So the first one was asking for necessary input, and this is the input. Then the myself is the let's say printing out the an essay about myself. So this is the essay type, then the actual essay. Okay, so here what are we doing here? We just we know when you multiply a string by an int, we are just repeating that string. So here I'm repeating the dash string, so it will be like this. So this up to 26, so it should be 26 in numbers we are multiplying here. Then we will print out a blank space, so it will be this. So here we are not printing the dashes out, we are just assigning it to the variable. So first we have to print out the space first to separate it from the top, let's say header or something. Then we print out the dashes, so it will be a space, sorry, it will be a space, sorry, it will be a space like this, then dashes, then an essay about myself. So this will be printed after the dashes. Then we have another dashes here. The dashes is the variable dash. So the variable dashes is the variable here, dashes. Okay, so we'll be printing dashes, then an essay about myself, then dashes, then space to separate it to separate the header from the essay. Okay, so now we will be using the variables here to make our essay. So the first variable we used here was the full name variable. So here we are accepting the full name. So we will say the full name is my name. So let's say the person typed John Smith. So John Smith is my name. Then so here we are using concatenation. This operator is concatenation. In strings, this operator is called the concatenation, let's say, symbol. By in int is the plus sign, so it works as the plus sign. By here is just bringing them together, so it will bring the is my name to the then and so on and so forth. Then you this is also a new line character as we used in our previous project, another new line character. By here we are just converting where the body color we will get, we are just converting the body color we will get in let's say small letters, in small caps. So let's say the person will type capital F like this, say fair, but we'll be converting it to something like fair. Okay, so we'll be converting this fair to this fair no matter what the user writes. So let's say he wrote small letters like fair, we'll be converting it to fair, still fair. So we want it to be uniform. Okay, so now we know why the dot lower is here. If you want to you want to make it an uppercase, we just use the upper as we did in strings, capitalize built-in string methods. Then we do we add it to the in complexion, so on. So I think we understand this code. Then the new line characters, we understand it. So we are just using the variables, then bringing it together using the concatenation principle. So let's run this code. Okay, oh sorry, I'm not running. Okay, so full name, let's say John Smith, then gender, let's say male, then age 23, then hometown, let's say Nigeria, then region, let's say Oka State. Oka State, then let's say country. Oh, sorry, the hometown is supposed to be the hometown. So yeah, let's say Ghana. Okay, then complexion is, let's say, fair. Let's use caps here to see if our lower works. So fair. Then height, let's say 6 feet. Then father's names, let's say Smith. Mother's name, let's say Ekua. The number of siblings, let's say 6. city of residence Ibadan. Then hobby is football. Then favorite food is, let's say, eba. Okay, let's do it too formal. So rice, let's do it rice. Then food you dislike, let's do it porridge. Okay, so you can see first we were printing out the space, so this space is here, the space here is here, then the dashes, so those are dashes, so the dashes is here, so it's 26 in number because we multiplied by 26. Then an essay about myself, so this is the an essay about myself. Then the dashes here, so the dashes here, then the space also here, the space here. Okay, so now this is the essay. John Smith is my name. I'm a male of 23 years old. So John Smith was the full name we used there. So John Smith. Then I'm a male of 23 years old. So the age was here 23. So we can actually bring the project to inside this project. We can ignore the let's say age. We just we collect the year born, then we convert it to the age. So we can integrate the project to inside this project. So you can do a lot with this project, but we will be doing this so simple. So the age is 23 years. So 23 years. Then hometown is Nigeria. Okay, so I'm a male of 23 years old. I come from Nigeria, so Nigeria is here, the hometown. Then the Oka state is the region. So in the Oka state, okay, in the Oka state, the region of, then the country comes Ghana. Okay, let's look at the complexion. The complexion is fair. It was capital F, then small AIR. So here it was small f, because we have the lower here, it has converted the capital F to the small f. Okay, so I think you understand it. So I'm fair in complexion, and we type 6 feet here. Yes, so 6 feet. So 6 feet tall. My father's name is Smith and my mother's name is Ekua. I have 6 siblings. I currently stay at Ibadan and football is my hobby. The food I like best is rice, but I dislike porridge. So it's so simple. Look, like you can do, you can actually do so much with Python. So this is just a project to create an essay using the input from the user. So we just asked for a few input from the user, and we printed some let's say a header, then we printed the essay here. So simple. We can change the values, then still we will get the same result. So I think that's that for our project. So we did project 1, project 2, project 3. So 3 projects for the basics in Python. So next we'll be treating conditions, and that will be the, let's say, advanced beginner. So that will be the advanced beginner course starting. So we'll start the advanced beginner courses in our next video. Okay, thank you for watching.